HP Lovecraft, a master of cosmic horror, was an American writer born in 1890. He is renowned for his contributions to the genre, crafting tales that explore the dark and unfathomable depths of the human psyche. For those who love the terrifying, nightmarish themes, you'll surely love these HP Lovecraft quotes we've compiled for you. The world is indeed comic, but the joke is on mankind. The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear, and the oldest and strongest kind of fear is fear of the unknown. Pleasure to me is wonder, the unexplored, the unexpected, the thing that is hidden and the changeless thing that lurks behind superficial mutability. Almost nobody dances sober unless they happen to be insane. From even the greatest of horrors, irony is seldom absent. That is not dead which can eternal lie, and with strange eons even death may die. The most merciful thing in the world, I think, is the inability of the human mind to correlate all its contents. We live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of black seas of infinity, and it was not meant that we should voyage far. I couldn't live a week without a private library. Indeed, I'd part with all my furniture and squat and sleep on the floor before I'd let go of the 1,500 or so books I possess. The most merciful thing in the world, I think, is the inability of the human mind to correlate all its contents. Someday the piecing together of dissociated knowledge will open up such terrifying vistas of reality, and of our frightful position therein, that we shall either go mad from the revelation or flee from the light into the peace and safety of a new dark age. It is good to be a cynic, it is better to be a contented cat, and it is best not to exist at all. I know always that I am an outsider, a stranger in this century and among those who are still men. Never explain anything. Throw a stick, and the serval dog wheezes and pants and stumbles to bring it to you. Do the same before a cat, and he will eye you with coolly polite and somewhat bored amusement. To be bitter is to attribute intent and personality to the formless, infinite, unchanging and unchangeable void. We drift on a chartless, resistless sea. Let us sing when we can, and forget the rest. I have seen the dark universe yawning, where the black planets roll without aim, where they roll in their horror unheeded, without knowledge, or luster, or name. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. At night, when the objective world has slunk back into its cavern and left dreamers to their own, there come inspirations and capabilities impossible at any less magical and quiet hour. No one knows whether or not he is a writer unless he has tried writing at night. The most merciful thing in the world, I think, is the inability of the human mind to correlate all its contents. We live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of black seas of infinity, and it was not meant that we should voyage far. Benglumglnya fh Cthulhu Rulia Wganagulthan. In his house at Rulia dead Cthulhu waits dreaming. I never ask a man what his business is, for it never interests me. What I ask him about are his thoughts and dreams. Pleasure to me is wonder, the unexplored, the unexpected, the thing that is hidden and the changeless thing that lurks behind superficial mutability. Creative minds are uneven, and the best of fabrics have their dull spots. We live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of black seas of infinity, and it was not meant that we should voyage far. We all know that any emotional bias, irrespective of truth or falsity, can be implanted by suggestion in the emotions of the young. Contrary to what you may assume, I am not a pessimist but an indifferentist. There are not many persons who know what wonders are open to them in the stories and visions of their youth. Ultimate horror often paralyzes memory in a merciful way. The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear. In his house at Rulia, dead Cthulhu waits dreaming. Unhappy is he to whom the memories of childhood bring only fear and sadness. The old ones were, the old ones are, and the old ones shall be. Not in the spaces we know, but between them. They walk serene and primal, undimensioned and to us unseen. Searchers after horror haunt strange, far places. For I have always been a seeker, a dreamer, and a ponderer on seeking and dreaming. No new horror can be more terrible than the daily torture of the commonplace. All life is only a set of pictures in the brain, among which there is no difference betwixt those born of real things and those born of inward dreamings, and no cause to value the one above the other. The sciences, each straining in its own direction, have hitherto harmed us little, but some day the piecing together of dissociated knowledge will open up such terrifying vistas of reality, and of our frightful position therein, that we shall either go mad from the revelation or flee from the deadly light into the peace and safety of a new dark age. I felt myself on the edge of the world, peering over the rim into a fathomless chaos of eternal night. The appeal of the spectrally macabre is generally narrow because it demands from the reader a certain degree of imagination and a capacity for detachment from everyday life. I expect nothing of man, and disown the race. The only folly is expecting what is never attained. Man is most contemptible when compared with his own pretensions. It is better to laugh at man from outside the universe, than to weep for him within. There are horrors beyond life's edge that we do not suspect, and once in a while man's evil prying calls them just within our range. I like coffee exceedingly. Memories and possibilities are even more hideous than realities. Through all this horror my cat stalked unperturbed. Once I saw him monstrously perched atop a mountain of bones, and wondered at the secrets that might lie behind his yellow eyes. Blue, green, gray, white, or black, smooth, ruffled, or mountainous, that ocean is not silent. I have harnessed the shadows that stride from world to sow death and madness. The most merciful thing in the world, I think, is the inability of the human mind to correlate all its contents. We live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of black seas of infinity, and it was not meant that we should voyage far. The sciences, each straining in its own direction, have hitherto harmed us little, but some day the piecing together of dissociated knowledge will open up such terrifying vistas of reality, and of our frightful position therein, that we shall either go mad from the revelation or flee from the deadly light into the peace and safety of a new dark age. The basis of all true cosmic horror is violation of the order of nature, and the profoundest violations are always the least concrete and describable. Only poetry or madness could do justice to the noises. I have looked upon all the universe has to hold of horror, and even the skies of spring and flowers of summer must ever afterward be poison to me. Who knows the end? What has risen may sink, and what has sunk may rise. Loathsomeness waits and dreams in the deep, and decay spreads over the tottering cities of men. All I say is that I think it is damned unlikely that anything like a central cosmic will, a spirit world, or an eternal survival of personality exist. Incurable lover of the grotesque. I could not help feeling that they were evil things, mountains of madness whose farther slopes looked out over some accursed ultimate abyss. Do not call up that which you cannot put down. Yog Sothoth knows the gate. Yog Sothoth is the gate. A serious adult story must be true to something in life. Since Marvel tales cannot be true to the events of life, they must shift their emphasis towards something to which they can be true. Through all this horror my cat stalked unperturbed. Once I saw him monstrously perched atop a mountain of bones, and wondered at the secrets that might lie behind his yellow eyes.